You looking forward to Saturday just to see if you can get Emory and Trevon out there good enough to get them on the field?
And for a lot more of the reasons, but yeah, I hope those guys will be able to go. They win a little bit, not very much. They'll be game day decisions, just if they can go. If they can't, those other guys continue to have to get better. And, you can't trade them. You got what you got. And it's been a good experience for those other guys too. So, I've been excited to see those guys have a little success and try to continue to build on that.
I know Chiz answers questions about injuries, but is Sammy Coates somebody who's in your plans for this year?
It depends on when he can come back. Again, I can't really tell doctors clear, but like I told y'all before, he's like a limo with no gas. He sure looks pretty over there. I just can't ever drive him. So I'd like to get a chance to because he obviously has that ability, that talent. But again, got to coach ones that we got that are out there doing what we ask them to do, and that's where we are as a football team right now.
I think Q's big catch might help his confidence.
Q was never lacking in confidence. I can promise you that. That's not an issue. None of them are lacking in confidence. If you think about it, they got to get opportunities. And when he had a chance to make a play, he did. But Q has done that. You go back and look, he's made those plays ever since, the Outback Bowl. He's made those type of catches. So, for me, those guys just got to continue to build on where they were and get better. Like I said, I knew D-Lo would get better. Like we talked about going from the first scrimmage to the second scrimmage, that was really his first game going to the next game, and he cut his drops in half. Now maybe we can cut him to none. I hope.
Trevor, do the receivers, like playing with Clint, and do they like his, as Gus described it, gunslinger mentality?
Any receiver obviously loves that part of it, but I think what helped him some is he's basically throwing to the backups, which he's been doing anyway. So their timing is fine. They've been working together already. So there have been any issues, but Clint's just one of those guys that everybody likes. He's not hard to like. He's a tough kid, and he does have that gunslinger mentality. I just hope he doesn't get us in trouble with that because he's not afraid to throw it in there. And receivers like that. Coordinators don't like that when he throws interceptions. Head coaches don't like that. But Clint's just a likable kid, and he works hard, and he's getting his opportunity, and we hope he makes the best of it as well. No different than some of those guys that are out there right now. They're all kind of in that same deal. They're all getting opportunities. Some because of injuries. Obviously, Clint's different reasons because he sparked the team, but it's still a matter of them getting a chance to prove themselves and seeing those guys take advantage of it.
Let's talk about the kind of development of Quan and Jalen and CJ.
They're all doing pretty good. With this offense, it's usually play specific, and that makes it difficult for guys. But at the same time, when you do get your number called, obviously it's because of the matchup that we felt that you were good at, or something that you could bring to this offense. And Jalen is doing really good, and I think Quan is coming along. We've got to find ways to get him the football because he's electric with it when he does. But again, that's all have to be included, depending on the coverages and things like that. And obviously, you guys know I work with Coach Chavis. He's going to make that pretty tough. I was around him in Tennessee, and I know the type of mentality that he has, and I see those guys playing with that. They're a reflection of him. When I look out there and I see it on tape, I know exactly where it's coming from because I had the privilege to be around him.
Is this one of the more aggressive secondaries that you'll face?
So far, yeah. They do a great job, and we faced some pretty good ones, but these guys are all so athletic, and it's amazing you watch on tape where they'll throw a bubble and there's nobody on the tape, and next thing you know, there's 9 of them, and then in a split second, they rally to the football and they do a great job of making tackles. You very seldom watch these guys miss tackles. They do a good job. The first guy getting there, wrapping guys up, and then obviously trying to create turnovers and things like that. They play with a frenzy, and you like that. They look like they're having fun. They look like they're flying around. And like I said, just a reflection of Chief. That's just how he is. And he had our defenses at Tennessee playing the exact same way.
Coach, you had a lot of recruits in last weekend. How do you think it went overall recruiting weekend was?
Thought it went well. We had a lot of positive responses. Obviously the crowd was great. A lot of guys talked about what they saw with the traditions with the walk, and they went down by too much corner after the game and things like that. So it was really good. Obviously, you can't capture that in the bottle. If you wish you could, you'd open up every weekend. So it was really good to have those kids in, and anytime you win, obviously that makes it a lot better. So in one of those schools that you're recruiting against, obviously top players were usually all on the same list. So when you were able to win in an exciting environment like that, it obviously makes a big impression on recruits and their families.
And I know fans sort of keep score of recruiting by commitments.
Mm-hmm.
I know you didn't get any this weekend, but that doesn't necessarily mean that things will go well.
You don't get any that you guys know about. That's how it works. I mean, and again, it's always a positive when you can win. And when those guys leave in, they have that positive feeling, and then it really makes you feel good when they're calling you. If your recruits ain't calling you by now, you're probably down by 7, just letting you know. And I'm sure most guys out there know that. But we're really excited about where we're going in this recruiting. And, I tell people all the time, it's like shaving. If you don't do it every day, it shows. Look at me. See, it don't take long.
And y'all are pretty good closers, proving that, right?
Yeah, we've been known to close pretty strong. So we're hoping to continue that. It's not hard to sell Auburn. It's really not. If you get them on campus, you got a chance because it'll sell itself. The biggest deal is just getting them here so that they can experience it. I tell you, it was phenomenal because basketball had a lot of their top recruits in, both men and women. And obviously they got some commitments, and we were around for that. Equestrian, track. I mean, I met a lot of different people this weekend from all the different teams, and I think that's special because Coach Nell came by just today just to say thank you for us interacting with their recruits, and it reassures you that we're at the right place, and it is about family, not just about the football or 2 teams. It's about every team.
Trevante has been a guy that's had a good start to the season, but kind of few quiet games. Where is he at? Is it just the offense, or where is he?
Again, it's the match that comes up with the defensive player, what they give us. And, because he had some of those games, they know where he is, and we got to find different ways to get him the football because he is a playmaker. And I don't know if you've been in our meetings, obviously, because we just talked about that. That's pretty good because we're trying to find ways to get him the football, too, because he does make plays. And, obviously going back, being a Louisiana kid, he'll be excited about playing this weekend. And that's going to be my biggest deal is, keeping Trevon and D-Lo and Trevante on a level head. It has nothing to do with anything. We're going there for a reason to play a game. We're not going there to visit and have a reunion and all that kind of stuff. We're going to play a football game.